And welcome back. Right, so last time we took care of this spider nest here. And we also lost Yolanda, ripped to shreds by a webnet. Well, that wasn't a big deal, but yeah, that was a tough fight. Went well in the end. Now we have some webbed valuables. And I've also added current goals here, so we need a sergeant and we kind of need a cook, and we also need damage dealers, people who can reliably hit things. We currently don't have those, so we kind of are relying on fast adaptation a little bit at least. We only have it on like one person currently, right? So maybe I should give that to more people, even if it's not the best selection for the long term. But for the short term will enable the long term, so that might be what we kind of need to do. And also now we have completed the beast ambition. Having dispatched yet another band of beasts, you find yourself pondering the nature of your ancestors. Here you are, organized, armed and armored, world-traveled, experienced in matters of war and combat. Well, maybe not that experienced yet. And yet, the monsters of this world still serve to be as dangerous as ever. Your ancestors, what did they have? No civilization to blanket themselves under, no cities to light the night and warm the courage, no maps to give a comforting border to the world. And yet, they survived. Well, some of them did. What was it? How? Perhaps in those days it was man who was the threat and the beasts saw him the monster. Or perhaps there are times before the ancients, times of when they had their own cities and all the world simply shifts in balance, beast and man, since time immemorial. And if that is the case, then it is not the past you should dwell on, but the days and years and millennia to come. Man and beast alike shall know our name. Alright, next ambition. Well, all of these are doable, but I think we should probably take the noble ambition, or perhaps the follower ambition. Well, we can also do this one, because we are about to do this brigand hut over here in a moment, or relatively soon at least. I'm not sure if we have enough for professional yet. So let's take the plunder tomb, or plunder whatever ambition. We have the old Folkhart's hut over here. So I'm a little bit groggy, so I'm at a loss for words occasionally here. Hopefully I will wake up soon. Right, so we rescued 4 out of 5 abducted townsfolk. That's pretty good. All in a day's work. That was definitely tough for a 1 skull contract though. And I don't know if we can do this 3 skull return item or not. Well, it entirely depends on what the RNG throws at us. But now we have a roster spot. And like I said, we should be looking for a sergeant, a cook and damage dealers. Excuse me. So yeah, I already checked a couple of these people at least. Let's try out some others, some of these cheaper ones. We now have the money to splurge on a poacher, if we'd like. And poachers can be damage dealers, of course, as can a thief. So let's try out the thief. 2-star melee skill, that might already be enough. For the short term at least. Let's take a look here. Not that it necessarily matters, like what am I specifically looking for? Well, what I will do is probably try out, let's see, how many poachers are there? 4, I think. So trying them all out is 47 times 4, thereabouts. Well, we can afford that. Unless I just want to take Ivo the cut purse here. 1-star resolve. Let's see, do you get mind over body? You do. Do you get fortified mind to go along with that? Because 1-star as a thief isn't enough to benefit from mind over body, really. Let's see. I don't see it. Like I've been saying, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not there. Also, we can maybe get it out of, if this guy has access to it. From what the hell is it called even? Let's check. Let's quickly check. Adaptive, yeah. Maybe we could get something like fortified mind out of that. I haven't really looked into it. It's a bit complicated. What I would appreciate for adaptive would be that it would just give you a list of things to select from instead of... I don't know, maybe that's difficult to code, but... yeah, this is a bit difficult to get what you want sometimes. You can get weapon perks pretty easily and, well, guaranteed weapon perks basically, and you can get guaranteed armor perks, but the other groups I think are a bit more iffy. Perk groups, that is, to get from that. So yeah, let's see. Ivo the cut purse. Well, 2-star melee skill. As a thief, he will have decent to good melee defense anyway. Let's just get this guy. Let's see. Okay, 51 starting melee skill. That's not great, but we can get Prisoner's Rush and Knife Fighting. What I'm doing with Judith, the Snatcher already, probably. Just to have some short-term benefit out of her. Even if she won't be able to deal much damage, thanks to being light and not having any stars in melee skill, etc, etc. But just to get us a little further along, a little further ahead in the game. And let's see, yeah, you start with dodge being a thief. And your base melee defense. Okay, you didn't roll very well for that. But I think this guy is good enough to keep around for now. So let's call this guy like a knife fighter. And we'll see how long he survives. If he makes it to like level, let's see, 3 or 4 or something like that, he can actually deal some damage thanks to these 2 perks. And we don't necessarily need to have a knife to get the full benefit out of this, because eventually this will apply to all daggers. So let's see how he does. He obviously isn't a cook or a sergeant, but he can deal some damage. Not a lot yet, 51 melee skill, but we shall see. He might even survive to level 11 plus, in which case he might even be endgame potential. He might have that. He also has Underdog. Underdog being available is nice. Oh, there's also Berserk and Battle Flow. So yeah, if this guy makes it that far, then he might actually be quite good. We shall see. So something like this. I'm not going to spend too much time planning on a level 1 guy, as there is always the very real possibility that they will just die in the very next fight. Alright, so no more room. Let's take a look. How beaten up are we? Quite beaten up. So we need to camp for a while or take a caravan or something. Is there something like that available? There's a courier available. The thing with the courier contracts is obviously that we can't camp like we do during the caravans. So if we find something along the way that we'd like to fight, we will not be up to fighting it, most likely. So I think what we will do is camp here for the night and heal and repair. Also, accidentally clicked or pressed the button on my mouse, but never mind that. Okay, so no injuries. How about the repairs? Okay, 1 person should be enough for that. How are we doing with food? Decently. Medical supplies we could use more of. Okay, so camp for the night and we shall see how much we heal during that. Also, I don't know how I should approach using the buff potions that we get from certain enemies, these sequences. The thing with them is that they will make you sick. And that lasts for a long time. And currently we can't really afford too many people being sick. So I think I will hold on to these for now. Possibly even sell these direwolf strains, because we can just get more of them and we can't use too many of these on the same person. Also, we're out of tools. Alright, so let's see. How is our equipment doing? Seems to be mostly okay. Mostly. So we need levels for people, obviously. Where can we buy tools from? Maybe one of these places, but it's not optimal. Do we have like a place nearby where we could buy tools? Don't see any castles around. Alright, well that's a bit of a shame. There's a gold mine, that doesn't count. Workshop. Yeah, okay, so Kronencook has a workshop, but it's way off in the south. Let's see, how about our hit points? 51, 23, that's not great. Isidore is kind of up for fighting despite being sick. He kind of carried us during the last fight just with the help of the fast adaptation. So I will obviously use him in the fight. The thing is, or the question is, can we fight this now when we are not at 100% strength? I think we probably can, but the thing is, Ymekine needs to be in the back line because I'd like to keep her alive. So what I might do is something like that. So we have a lot of these linen tunics. I guess I could salvage them or see about the... Well, actually, never mind. The tools here are reasonably priced. Somehow, despite being ambushed via their trade routes have been ambushed. I don't know why that was so difficult to form into a coherent sentence, but got there in the end. But yeah, let's buy these tools. That means that I don't need to salvage. The salvaging will be not very efficient anyway, since we are on legendary difficulty and we don't have the salvaging equipment. So yeah, okay. So what we could do is go take a look here. Perhaps even camp for a while longer. Before we go in, yeah, one thug. Okay, we can do this. We should be able to do this. The thing is, they do have the ranged superiority, so we should wait for night time probably. And start one tile further ahead. So I am bringing Sif, even though she is kind of useless as a combat mercenary. But we don't have other options really, but yeah. Anyway, let's camp here, heal up further, hunt some food, gather supplies, don't need to repair anymore, or at least we don't need to assign anyone to that. So let's do it something like that, I guess. Let's see if we can craft anything. Well, we can craft reinforced throwing nets and an iron will potion. I don't think I care about iron will potions. I basically never use this. There probably is like a decent use for that, but I don't know. Since it's not necessary, I very rarely use potions unless it's like a legendary location. Like I did during the Reforged run, where I used plenty of potions for the Goblin City. Okay. So let's wait for nighttime. There we are. And people are also healed up. You are still sick, obviously, but this might heal in one day now. Let's head in. It's a good thing that you can't, like, infect others while you're sick. getting like COVID flashbacks. Need to isolate Isidore. But luckily that is not a thing. Okay, they actually want to advance on us, which is, I think, a bit weird since they have the range superiority. Not that it counts for much during the night time, especially since most of them are rabble. But I guess I should just be grateful that they are willing to engage instead of whatever I am doing. And yeah, like I said, I'm a bit tired, so if I'm speaking absolute nonsense, then just let's put it on that. Alright. Let's see. I think I just advance here, because I'm not too afraid of rabble. Might be proven wrong in a moment, as the rabble as well have been gaining perks as time and I guess company strength might play a role. As time goes by, they become stronger, as do we. But yeah, I'm not complaining about that. I liked that the game is difficult, as long as it's not completely unfair or something. One of the things that makes a game like this stale is that it just becomes way too easy, so there's no challenge. It's a difficult thing balancing that, obviously. Like, you need to have the feeling of getting more powerful, but as you do, most of the fights that you can take also become easier. And once enough of them become too easy, then you might just become bored. Anyway. Let's see. So Bruno, you are, just reminding myself, level 4. Decent melee defense, has a shield. That's a flail though. There's a choke point here. I could just wait for them to engage, of course. Do they have Pathfinder? This one doesn't seem to. How about you? No. So there's the cluster of ranged enemies. I don't think it really makes a difference one way or the other if I engage with this guy. Well, maybe it does actually, because allowing her 2 hits that could potentially hit Bruno's head would not be good for us. Okay, so I can attack there. Let's just engage here and close this choke point here. Might even be able to kill this guy if I get a headshot here. It's only a 59 though. Okay, we miss. Okay. So Judith, the Snatcher, you're still level 1. I don't really care if she dies. And I do need to get next to this. Well, I should get next to these ranged characters here, so let's just do it. Did allow that to happen, obviously, and that might have actually hurt a lot. But like I said, I don't care if she dies. Right. I think we'll just go ahead and use the free net. The portable net. And let's advance there. Okay, so Ivo the Knife Fighter. Need to be a little bit careful with him. Also, I should have given him a better armor than a sackcloth. But let's use him over here, I guess. And just advance there. By now, Arnaut actually has decent melee defense, and being one of the starting characters has decent armor as well. At least in comparison to the rest of the scrubs. And Goschalk, just go there, has plenty of potential targets for the reach weapon. And now the question is, do I shield wall? I think I just try to deal damage, then again it's only 36. And this guy will walk up. Okay, let's see, what about initiative? 62 against 111. Okay, let's shield wall. Let's do that. Alright. And now I think this guy is the priority target over here. So let's go for that 47. And we get the kill. It was a headshot, it seems. Okay, and let's deal with this thug, hopefully. Not yet. Alright, so a fairly easy fight, but early on need to be careful despite of that. And while I say careful, I'm not necessarily being all that careful, because I did yeet Judith forward there. And also, there we go, Isidore gets hit. What was the chance? 38. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, let's see. Guess I advance here. Okay, that works. See if, I don't know, just do something. Try to do something. She's trying her best. It's not very good, but she is trying. Okay. We might even lose Isidore here, but oh well. If that happens, then it happens. Let's go for a slash first. Okay, that works. Guess we do use shield wall again. Since he has already been hit once. Okay, there goes the shield. Well, it's better to lose a shield than to lose the mercenary. Alright. I want to stop all of them from fleeing. Can I accomplish it? Probably. Not necessarily, but probably. Okay, that works. Need to move there, I guess. Right, you are fleeing, and now you are dead. Okay. There we go, the fight has been won. Now let's see if we can kill all of them. Alright, I think I'll just let this last poacher go. It's fine. It's over. There we are. No levels out of that, but we do get some pretty valuable stuff, as in money and salt. And also this is an upgrade, actually, being the early game still. Okay, so let's see, who doesn't have a quiver yet? Let's just give everyone a quiver, even though it's not really that necessary, because we have enough for the time that we will maybe get an archer in the lineup. We don't even have the room currently, but that will change. Anyway, so yeah, we have the simple leather jacket now. Also, I guess I don't care about Judith that much. Let's switch these armors there, because I care about Isidore more. And with that in mind, let's give him the simple leather jacket as well as do this switch. Alright, there we are. Also, we have this thing here, so I could give that to someone. Well, we can just immediately give that to her. And we also have a militia spear. Should I give that to someone? Well, let's give it to Ivo for now, because we don't have prisoners rush just yet. Also, he does have access to fast adaptation, so that might be a pick, especially since Dagger Mastery lowers... Or does it? Yes, it does. Lowers the action point cost of attacks by 1. So there we go. There we go. Alright, so that's taken care of. Let's actually check what is our... Okay, we are competent, 981. So we weren't, I think, up to the standards of the nobles just yet, but we should be pretty soon. Maybe even immediately after completing that. Alright, so there was a 3 skull. Follow the tracks available. I guess we could try it. Since it's the early game, the 3 skulls doesn't necessarily mean it's undoable. It's a little bit wonky how the scaling works in the early game, at least in base Legends. Alright, so I would like a sergeant. We don't have one just yet. Dozen opponents is fine. Or the noble ambition is fine as well. Let's do the dozen opponents. That should be pretty easy to accomplish. We will start seeing larger groups of enemies very soon. Alright, so let's see. Is it still available? It's not available. Okay, but there is a 2 skull. And that should be more doable. So let's just do the 2 skull. Also, we have room in the roster again. Alright, so yeah. I guess now I could try out the poachers. And since we kind of would like to have a decent archer, that makes for a good plan. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking about where is Wind Reader, because it used to be tied to Bow Mastery in Legends, in base Legends, but I haven't seen it yet on SSU, so I don't know what happened to it. Like, is it tied to another bow perk perhaps, or is it in another perk group? I don't know. Or has the icon changed and I haven't just found it yet? So why I mentioned that is that this guy has 3 stars in range defense, which would normally enable this guy to become a very good archer, but if he doesn't have Wind Reader available, then that is meaningless. And I don't actually know. It used to be on tier 5 on base Legends, and I don't see it there. It's also not in Bow Mastery, it seems. So not sure if it's been removed or if it's... Yeah, like I said. If it's like tied to another perk or just rare or whatever. But that also means that I should look for people who actually have stars in ranged skill instead of relying on ranged defense until I know what the hell happened to Wind Reader. I could just check the Discord, of course, if there is information about that. Okay, none of these guys have ranged skill stars. So we're running a little bit out of money. So I can't keep trying people out. And Malthe, the bowyer, is going to be too expensive. As is this miner. I guess we won't be recruiting anyone from here. But let's sell some junk. We actually get a decent price here. I'll keep this sling for when we finally find someone to potentially use it. Alright, so let's see. Do people have knives? Most of them do, at least. This guy does not. Right, that means I can sell this one. As well as the buckler. Guess I could sell the salt here. We could get a better price somewhere else. I'll also sell the quality wood. It's fine. Alright, so now we have money, but I think we'll look for potential recruits elsewhere, since it seems that the offerings here are not all that good. I guess I could check the Boyer. Well, I do have the quality... Well, no, I don't. I just sold it. I can buy quality wood, and if he reaches level 6, he will eventually craft a bow, a war bow for us. Well, I guess it's only 79 to try him out. Okay, no ranged skill stars, so I think this is a skip. Mind over body is there with 2 resolve stars. Does he have fortified mind? At least I don't quickly see it. I think I'll just skip that guy. Yeah, I don't want to fill up the roster with scrubs anymore. When we have 10 people, now we want quality over quantity. Until people die. So let's just follow some tracks again. See what happens there. Okay, a thug, some scrubs, a few poachers. Okay, so the poachers could kill people. Let's see, daytime, midday. Are they running? They're running. So I could wait for nighttime, but that's going to take a while. Okay, here's a group of enemies. Don't think we can actually deal with that group. Several raiders, a monk, a miner, and a killer. Okay, I haven't seen a killer yet. But yeah, just the raiders alone will be tough. I could use the nets. But I think we will skip that group. But let's deal with the thieves though. Okay, it's going to be the hills which might go poorly for us. Terrain might be horrid. And it is daytime, so this is potentially very dangerous actually, but we'll see. Oh, never mind, it's not the hills. Okay. So yeah, we have poachers. At least 2 of them have these crappy slings equipped only. Okay, let's start with waiting and see. Okay. They are staying put, it seems, which makes sense. Or backing off, which also kind of makes sense. Never mind, these guys are coming forward for whatever reason. Well, oh, it's also, yes, I didn't give Isidore another shield. Not sure if he, or if we even have a shield in the inventory actually, but whatever, at least he deals more damage now. Okay, this guy still can act. Move there. Oh, accidentally ended turn there. Oh well. Sometimes I do autopilot. It's not going to matter in this fight, I don't think, but yeah, that's a mistake, definitely. Okay, Judith could go for the main group or intercept this rabble here. I think I'll just go for the main group with Judith. Okay, let's not shoot at the guy with the shield, but shoot at someone. Let's just move there, let's see. 85. Okay, do that. And get the kill. Okay, that actually hurts. Well, like I said, like I've been saying, I don't care if Judith dies, so whatever. But let's help her around with Ivo, the knife fighter. Currently doesn't have a knife, of course, but hopefully that will change. Alright, Alright, since we are no longer engaged in melee, they are being careful again. Let's just advance here. Just advance. Okay, melee's defense of 39. Let's just get next to this guy. It's fine. Good shot. Okay, I would perhaps do this move if Judith wasn't hit already, but as she has been hit, let's not be that reckless. Let's get next to this poacher though. Should be fine. Right, use the free net. You're backing off. Okay, that hurts. That was, let's see, 17%. Alright, well, we might be losing Judith in this fight. That's how it do be sometimes. Sif is trying to help us. And Isidore is actually helping us. Okay, let's try for a headshot here. Miss. Alright, let's see if we can kill this rabble before she can kill Judith. And we can, okay. So it seems Judith will survive. Most likely the case. Alright, the fight has basically been won. Now it's just a question of can we kill all of them? And it seems this poacher is going to get away. Oh well. Oh, never mind. Instead, she opted to save this rabble poacher. Well, that's fine with us. That is just fine. Don't know what kind of relationship these two had together, but that was a valiant, brave move, and I will respect it. Not that I could even catch up to her anyway. Alright, it is over. No levels. And some garbage loot. And now we bravely run away from this very tough group of brigands here. If we can. They do have war dogs, so we need to be very careful to not let them catch up to us. Because I believe even if you act, which we won't actually, we won't act before them, but even if you do, the war dogs AI will not work like the Basilisk AI did earlier when we fled. And they will actually pursue you. Okay, I'm not driving off 3 skull brigands, no way. We are not that strong. Also, I didn't sell these earlier, but I will now. Okay, let's see. Do I want to give you a shield? I guess I do. Also, does this deal more damage than this? 20, 70... Yeah, it kind of does. So let's give Isidore here this militia glaive. Can anyone efficiently use this short sword now? Well, maybe Arnaud, but I think I'd rather keep using this weapon. Alright. Sell a few things. Good enough. We kind of need more food. So let's buy the grains. So what was this thing? Balanced rucksack. Grants +2 back slots. Okay. Interesting. So with an item like that, Judith, this not you. I think the other guy died. Well, the other rat catcher, who didn't have bags and belts, could actually be useful as a net specialized character, even without having bags and belts, thanks to that item. Okay. I like that addition. Pretty sure it's from SSU. Might be from base Legends, but I think it's from SSU. Alright, let's just leave. Where do we want to go is the question. Either west or south, I think. The north will be dangerous. Barbarians are scary early on. Let's head south, I think. To Waisenhouse first. And since we are starting to see these tougher groups of enemies, we need to be careful during the daytime as well. We do have the lookout perk now though, so I don't necessarily need to be that careful. But I'm pretty sure that the game won't pause if I go this way again and see the same group of brigands. Because we've already seen them once. At least I think that used to be the case, so in that way we do kind of need to be careful. I'm not doing a 3 skull pact with witches. Not even a 1 skull. There is a 3 skull return item though. But first let's look at the recruits. There is a monk here, and monks can make banners, so let's see. Well, no stars in resolve. Does get fortified mind and rally the troops, so it could be like a crappy banner until we find a good one. Has 1-star melee skill, 2-star range skill, 1-star melee defense. The thing with monks, of course, is that they all get inspire, so even if this guy were absolute dog crap, we could at least get some use out of them, thanks to inspire. So let's use this guy as a banner, a sergeant candidate for now. Let's call him a budget sergeant. So that's one thing kind of sort of taken care of, well, once we get these 2 perks. So yeah, okay, let's give you a weapon of some kind. Pitchfork is fine. I might be able to make a slinger out of him, like a very poor slinger with 77-ish range skill. Well, it will be more once he's trained up. Once we get the training equipment and train people. And of course, with all the stat points that come after level 11, but maybe it's way too early to think about something like that. He is level 1 and he is absolute, well, not absolute crap, but kind of crappy. Alright, let's see about schooled here. 100. I could splurge on Blanche the Beast Slayer, but I definitely want to try her out first. Let's do that. Greedy. I really dislike Greedy. 1-star range skill, I think we will skip. 2 stars I might be more inclined to take. Does get mind over body. That seems to be very common in SSU. Not sure if that's actually the case or if I'm just seeing more of it or if it's just RNG. But once again, I don't see Fortified Mind. So 1 star in Resolve is not going to enable much with that. Let's just get Skuld, the Gambler. And she's pretty bad. I will just fire her, I think. Superstitious. Starts with Greed, okay. Don't actually like having this on or being default for some backgrounds because, well, I don't want too many of these, obviously. And I definitely don't want to waste it on a crappy character. I'll just get rid of her. Alright, let's check out a Waldgaud Good Hand here. 1 star melee, 1 star ranged. Fearless, charming. I think this is not good enough. Would have been good enough, like, I don't know, earlier. Whatever, we'll just leave him be. But let's pick up this Follow the Tracks. 3 skulls this time might mean that we will need to abandon the contract, but we shall see. Alright, going north. Okay, that's not ideal because we know there's a scary group of enemies around there. Need to be very careful not to run into them, especially in the nighttime forest. Okay, there's the thieves. Alright, so we have raiders now. Makes sense as this is 3 skulls. We definitely want nets in that case, and we do have nets. So Ymekine, now is your time to shine. And this will be very tough regardless. But it's also quite lucrative in terms of equipment and money as well. And since I don't care about most of these guys, it's fine to take risks, especially since I do have 2 Save Scums available. It would be a shame to use them needlessly, but that is something we can do. Isidore is no longer sick. Judith the Snatcher is kind of half dead, but that's fine. Let's give her a couple of nets as well. Let's make sure we get through this fight without too many casualties. And let's see. 1 poacher. I'm not going to wait for daytime so that our crossbow has a better chance to hit. Okay, 12 enemies. Okay, so this is a thug. It's a dangerous thug though. That's a raider. And that's a raider. Do I see all of them? Not sure. I'm not going to count. They will just rush us. We have a pretty nice defensive position here thanks to the high ground. So hopefully we will be able to use that to our advantage. Then again, I might just want to immediately engage with them, which means the high ground benefit is lost, kind of. We shall see. I should have given Ivo a net as well, I think. Too late now. So this guy is extremely dangerous because this weapon obviously is quite deadly. And it can also target headshots. So we need to take care of this raider pretty fast, but there is quite an advantage also in dealing with the easier to kill enemies first, because that will lower the more dangerous enemies' resolve levels. Anyway, let's keep waiting. I could of course just use shield wall over here and try to deal with the rest first. And if I lose Isidore or Bruno, then oh well. I shouldn't sacrifice Isidore here though, because he is actually one of our best damage dealers, as weird as that is, with 59 melee skill. Thanks to having the elasticized sinew and counting as a direwolf due to the mutation, as well as having fast adaptation available. Alright, so I think what we will do here is advance on them. So Isidore will try to handle these two rabble here. And Bruno will hopefully be able to hold this raider in place for a while. Might very well die in the process, but oh well. So like I said, go for it, Bruno. Use shield wall. So let's take a quick look at the perks. Okay, they have underdog. The raiders do. That is actually quite scary. They also have backstabber. Medium armor mastery balance. Yeah, we definitely need those nets to be able to deal with these guys. Okay, let's see. Go for the 60% here. That is very helpful. Thank you, Astrad. A nice headshot there. Alright, so Judith is almost dead. Let's just use her nets, I think. Let's slow this guy down, I think. And maybe back off with her. Because even one hit will, if not kill her, then very nearly do so. Alright. Arnaut is actually very nicely situated here, so I can keep him there. Sif does need to move. I could back off with pawns, actually. Let's do it. Get the high ground as well. So now we have a slightly better chance to land hits. Let's see if we can... Oh, should I go for that? Let's see. 50... No, it's the highest chance to hit anyway. Well, we missed. I could use debilitate. I don't think it's going to help all that much. It's just going to cost us fatigue. It would help if I were able to hit the raiders, but it's quite unlikely. So just end there. Okay, let's use the... Well, I don't know. Does it matter which net I use here? But yeah, I do want to net the raider here, definitely. So let's use, I don't know, portable net. And then I could wait on the second net. Advance here. Maybe even use a net on this dangerous looking thug over here, who by the way has balance as well. Only 11 melee defense though, so I don't know, maybe it's unnecessary. Okay, let's see, 70%. Okay, it was a hit, but he is left at 1 hit point, so can we do it again? No, no we cannot. Alright, what about Evo the Knife Fighter? Should I advance on perhaps this rabble here? Well, if I want to get something out of him during this fight, then I need to do something, obviously. I could even try for the thug. That's kind of suicidal though. It's not a big loss if Ivo gets nuked down here, but let's be a little bit more careful than that. Arnaut will get to act before this thug does, so we should be able to kill him before he can do anything with that pretty dangerous axe. So let's go for this rabble and land a good hit. And Sif is basically useless in this fight, but out of curiosity, let's see what our chance to hit is. 33 actually. That's not terrible. So let's have a shot here. Okay, missed. Now I think we need to back off with her. And Ghost Shulk could actually take this position or perhaps move there. What is his melee defense? 7. That's pretty poor. Just move here instead. Can maybe finish this rabble off if I do that. So the southern flank is a little bit weak, but Arnaut does have the elevated position and 38 melee defense currently, thanks to dodge. So we can hold that hopefully for a while, especially if we use nets, continue to use them against this raider. So yeah, let's move there, and 52. Nope. Alright. The new guy, the budget sergeant with 43 melee skill. Let's see what he can do. Does have a 47, but misses. Okay, what about you, Isidore? That's more like it. 11 enemies left, okay. Now let's see if we can kill. Yes, how about this one? No hit, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so Astrod, 36 melee defense. Even with 36 I need to be a little bit careful though, so I don't think I want to advance here. Instead we probably wait. Probably. Let's do it. This guy takes the high ground there, but we should be able to deal with him. And let's immediately try 52. Not this time. Alright, so now the question is, do I equip a net on Judith? Or do I just attack? I think we should just attack here. She's quite likely going to die or get struck down. But the raider, which is the real danger, is obviously still trapped over here. Even if he's able to break free, it will take him a while to reach us. And just killing enemies is obviously good. But we can't accomplish even a single hit. So this might be the time we say goodbye to Udith. Okay, I think I wait here. Decide later what to do. This guy is going to engage with us, either here or here most likely. Yeah, Udith is going to die. That's fine. I will save Ymekines next net for the raider, I think. And I do need to probably back off even further with Sif. But let's wait first. Okay, do I want to go for a staff days here? Out of curiosity, does this guy have vengeance? It doesn't look like that is the case. Let's see, 45 to hit that days. How about resilient? Do you have that? Doesn't look like it. This is 25 fatigue though, so it might not be the best use of Goschalk's fatigue. 45 to hit that. It will help Bruno survive though if we land it. I guess we can try. Okay, lucky. Immediately got the result that we were looking for. I will take that. And I suppose over here I might even be able to dagger this raider down, but it's a bit unlikely because we need to deal with all the others first. And by that time he will quite likely have broken out of the net. But yeah, let's use Armcham, whatever the hell your name is, over here and see. 44. Nope. I will wait with Isidore. He immediately breaks free, as does this guy, but at least it took this one 2 actions to do that. Fair enough. I'm not even going to try to hit here because it's just a waste of fatigue. Even if it does land, it's going to deal very minor damage. I'd like to keep fatigue to keep shield walling. So Bruno's turn is over. So what we want to do here is kill all the scrubs first, and then hopefully the raiders' resolve will be far lower. This one is already wavering. This one is not, but that's understandable. Alright. Guess I'll go for this one, the elevated position one, with Astrad's banner. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. And I was wrong about this rebel. He did not engage with us. So now what do we do with Ivo the knife fighter? I guess we help on the southern flank. I suppose we'll take the high ground. Probably. Sure. And Ymekine... So like I said, I could use a net on this thug. It's a bit of a waste, kind of, to use a net on a thug. But we have plenty of nets, and plenty of nets are also available on this map since we have port cities, so it's fine. And that will enable us to win the fight, so let's do it. Let's do it. And now that Sif is covered, we can actually keep her here if we'd like, but that's probably not even what we want to do anyway. Let's move over here, I think, or maybe here. Okay, let's see, 23, okay, 23. Well, that is to be expected with your horrible levels of range skill. Alright, I could just stay put with Ghost Chalk over here, but let's maybe move here. Maybe, I don't know if that accomplishes anything. Now let's stay put. We are in range of the raider and might soon enough be in range of the rabble there. And I guess Isidore tries to handle this rabble. Not yet. To go for the 49 already or not? I think we will. Nice hit. And that's an injury as well, minus melee defense and initiative. Good job. Right, Arnaud. Nope and nope. Wait with you. And Judith, this might be your last chance to do anything on this earth. 59. Good job. So she might even survive. Maybe. It's unlikely, but maybe. Okay, there's the rabble. Alright, now Judith is breaking and is also next to 3 of them, so the thug over here will quite likely be able to kill her now. Okay, let's just go for that guy. Yeah, that hurts. Nice. Decent. Okay, 28. Sif. Sometimes you do get lucky. So there goes one of the raiders. So we will obviously win the fight, but we might suffer at least one casualty here. No longer netted over here, so we only have an 18% chance. He's also shield walling. Let's just go for the rabble. Nice hit. Second nice hit. Good job. I guess Ymekine helps with the thug. I would also like to get the thug's armor, but I don't know if there's a reasonable chance that we can dagger him down, especially when he has a pretty dangerous reinforced wooden flail equipped that we should even try. So let's just go for the regular weapon damage there. Okay, and Judith is actually alive still. 4 enemies remain. And the raider missed Bruno. Alright, so I think we won't try to dagger here either. He is not even wavering, so it's kind of unlikely. Probably still want to use a net on him. If he starts to flee or break, we might try the daggering, but like I said, it's a bit unlikely to succeed. We just aren't very good at hitting things, especially with a dagger. Alright, so Ivo, I guess you go for this guy and miss. Let's see if this rabble kills himself as he flees. Okay, Judith might still be dead. And there she goes. Was it actually a kill though? Struck down once again. Thanks to everyone having resilient, of course. Oh, nice one. 18% there. Alright. Oh, I'm getting really lucky here. 26 as well. Okay, I'll take it. And also because it seems that even raiders, even the early raiders have underdog, we really do need that fast adaptation or backstabber to reliably be able to hit things, unless I continue to get as lucky as I have, which is not going to happen. So we don't even benefit from surrounding this guy in terms of that, unless we have backstabber. Okay, but he is fatigued out. And we did get lucky again at 26. Okay, well that's this fight done. Alright. Well, that's nice. But yeah, the nets really helped. That is why nets are so good. Judith is now missing a finger. That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. Also gets a level, as does Ghost Chalk. And we get a couple of raider helmets, and we get the reinforced wooden flail, as well as the woodcutter's axes. Okay. So that's a pretty good fight for us. Judith can now sit out for a while. Is at 1 hit point, of course. Let's start repairing this stuff. And level Judith. So I guess we will keep her around for a while, but probably try to get her killed at some point because she's not very good. So let's make her immediately a little bit better by picking up Prisoner's Rush, plus 12 melee skill and armor penetration while using a knife or a shiv. And that also applies to other daggers by 25% for now. Does start with a plus 3 melee skill roll. Okay, we'll take it. As well as the initiative and the plus 2 melee defense. Alright, next up, Ghost Chalk the Fox. Level 3. Okay, plus 1 melee defense we will be skipping. Let's take hit points and I guess the resolve. Here we are. And it seems that he is going to go with Battle Forged. That's fine. So as for the perk, I haven't really planned what to do with this guy, but Gifted is obviously a good choice, as well as Feint. both of which will help us hit things. Back to basics is pretty good. So I'll wait and see, like I said in an earlier episode, if he actually rolls decently with melee defense, and if he does, I will probably pick up the sickle perks, which will help us hit things with sickles and swords. But for now, I think it's either gifted or feint. I think feint might be better because it helps others. So let's pick up feint. There we go. I made extensive use out of feint and fast adaptation in my Beast Slayer's run, and it might be that we need to do the same here, as we haven't found people who can reliably hit things. So yeah, that's that. So let's return the Idol of Fertility. We have also now completed the ambition, and we can now take the Noble House ambition, which is immediately completed. And now what? Okay, I'm not going to start fighting orcs and goblins. We can barely beat tougher groups of brigands. So what we will pick here is the Sergeant ambition. We do have the crappy Sergeant candidate now. Alright, there we go. That is that taken care of. And there is a one Skull Courier contract here. I think we will probably take that, at least. Okay, it's going northeast, which means I don't think I want to take it, since I don't want to head there. Okay, so next time we will most likely head south, or, well, briefly east to Tandorf, and continue advancing in the game. So we kind of did take care of the Sergeant goal a little bit, but obviously the guy is not going to be very good in the long term in that role. So we will need to find a better one at some point, I think. We are still looking for the cook, and we are still looking for damage dealers. But all of that will be resolved later. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.